Hi everybody, and welcome to Outdoor Ed with Mary. This week, we're going to look at a few species that you might catch a glimpse of in the month of February. That's right, it's our February species of the month. Stick around till the very end of the video for a little bonus. I found some animal tracks in the snow the other day, and I wonder if you can guess who left them. Our first species of the month is the groundhog, also known as the woodchuck, or locally as the whistle pig, since it makes a loud whistling sound to warn other groundhogs of danger. Groundhogs are large rodents that are native to North Carolina. They thrive alongside humans, inhabiting pastures, fields, woodlots, and roadsides. Groundhogs can sometimes be considered a pest to gardeners because they love to eat young plants and dig burrows in yards. But they can be helpful too, by aerating the soil and bringing helpful organic matter to the roots of plants as they travel from burrow to burrow. On February 2nd, Americans celebrate Groundhog Day. Legend says that if the groundhog sees his shadow, we'll have 6 more weeks of winter. How accurate are groundhogs at predicting the weather? Well, North Carolina's weather predicting groundhog, Sir Walter Wally, boasts about a 56% accuracy. That's just a little bit better than guessing. February, which can be cold, rainy, or even snowy as we saw last week, means it's a tough time of year for most plants. So, which plants thrive in February? Mosses. Our plant species of the month is the common haircap moss. You can identify this moss by its spiky shoots that look like little green fireworks. Haircap moss loves dark, wet areas, making February the perfect month for it. Look for it growing in clumps under the shade of trees, along creeks and streams, in shadowy areas of yards and parks, and on steep, rocky slopes. Humans have been using haircap moss for thousands of years to make brushes, brooms, and even baskets. One really cool adaptation of haircap moss is that it curls around itself for protection when times are dry. But as soon as it gets wet, it will unfurl itself and seemingly spring back to life. If you ever see some dry moss outside, try splashing it with some water and watch the magic. Our final species of the month is small but mighty. You might hear it before you see it. It's the downy woodpecker. Downy woodpeckers are the smallest woodpeckers in North America. They're about 6 inches long and weigh only 1 ounce. That's about the weight of a pair of socks. But don't let their tiny size fool you. Downies are voracious predators. Of insects, that is. Their favorite meal are beetle larvae that live inside of tree bark. They also love ants, wasps, and occasionally berries or seeds. If you want to see a downy for yourself, listen for this sound. This sound is called drumming, and it's how woodpeckers find each other in the great big forest. It's also how they tell other birds that this tree is theirs. They make this sound by beating their beaks against a hollow tree 17 times per second. Go ahead, see if you can drum your hand on the table 17 times in 1 second. Ready? Wow, that's tricky. Now imagine doing that with your head. The downy woodpecker is really amazing. Now it's time for this week's Eco Challenge. This time of year is perfect for spotting birds because many deciduous trees are still missing their leaves, and many birds are returning and picking out nesting sites for spring. Take a walk in the morning or around sunset and try not to make any noise. Listen very carefully and see which birds you can hear. Maybe you'll even hear a woodpecker drumming. Let me know in the comments if you heard any birds on your walk. I'd love to hear about them. As promised, here are the animal tracks I found in the road after our recent snow. What animal do you think left these tracks? If you guessed a black bear, you're right. And that made me wonder, why wasn't this bear in its den hibernating? According to the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission, black bears will sometimes emerge in February if melting snow floods their dens. Considering all the snowing and melting going on, I think this bear might have been looking for a new spot to rest. That's all for this week, folks. Have a great week. Bye!